Hi, Despina. It's so lovely having you with us today. We've been very excited to chat to you. And so we've got 5 questions for you today. So we might as well take it from the top. And I'm going to ask you the first question today. So, what made you want to start PEAU'ésie and focus on creating? Did I get it right? Or maybe not.
You did.
You did
No, it's so
right.
sweet. It's so sweet. It's so sweet.
And I love how in your studio you're really focused on creating a safe space for people to really help them nurture their skin. So, would you please explain that to us?
Yeah, for sure. First, I just want to say thank you for having me on. I'm really grateful and honored to be here with you both. It really means the world. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I think with just your question about what made me want to start the spa in general is that I really just, as an esthetician who was already working in a spa prior to opening Poesie, I just thought there was a lack of a safe space for all bodies and all people, and not just a safe space necessarily through communication, but also through a physical environment. So that being with like furniture and just being with the way you're greeted when you walk in. And I really thought there was a lack of that. And I kind of always wanted to put my work with skin and poetry and make it into a physical experience. So I guess in short, that would be the main reason why I wanted to start my own spa.
That's beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
we so we love the poetic statement on your website. Skin is our dreamland embodied in body. Is this something that you came up with? What does this mean to you?
Yeah, so if well, I was gonna say if you know me, though we're getting to know each other now, but
Yeah.
most people that know me, the word dreamland is something I say all the time. I love dreaming, and dreamland can be such a beautiful thing because when we're dreaming, like it's the one time I think that we're just so intimate with our own thoughts and it's our thing to explore. And dreamland could look like our dreams when we sleep. It can be a feeling. It could just be the way we look at ourselves in the mirror. Like it's just everything is very dreamy in my life. I can't explain it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And with skin, my whole thing with skin poetry is really that skin is a very, very physical experience, I think, and it's very poetic in the sense where there's like all these lines and textures. And one thing I always say is like I love seeing people's textures on their face and acne. And I just love that. It's like an exploration and a dreamland. So I guess it's just embodied in who we are like day to day without us even realizing. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. It does.
Definitely. Well, that's like that the character, of just everyone's different journey. Sometimes it does come through onto our
Yeah.
skin, and that's just so beautiful. I can't wait to
Thank
read some more
you.
of your
I
poetry.
know.
Oh, thank you. I'll send you some afterwards if
Yeah,
Yes,
you'd
yes,
like.
yes,
do,
yes, yes.
do.
And we
Thank
must
you.
know, what is your studio's must-have signature treatment?
Oh my gosh.
We
There,
definitely have to
y-
fly over, I'm sure. It's
I would love to pamper you. Oh my goodness. An international pampering session. We have to do it. I think, when I was conceptualizing all my treatments and coming up with the names, I wanted that to be very poetic too. So each treatment is really named after the experience. So my, I guess, signature and custom facial is called skin poetry. So that's really, every treatment does have a skin analysis. So every treatment will be custom, but skin poetry is everything that I've dreamed of getting in a facial, giving it to people. So that's the hour-long custom treatment that most folks book if it's their first time with me. And then afterwards, there's other treatments like there's a Dreamland treatment, there's Lullaby, there's Extra Ice. So all these fun things. But I would say skin poetry is being booked quite often right now.
yeah.
Yes. Beautiful, without a doubt. I think that would be
Oh,
the one.
that
I think I'd
sounds
be booking that
yeah.
one for sure.
Yes. It's lovely. It's fun.
Yeah, it really sounds so beautiful. And being a founder, do you have advice for someone who's thinking about starting their own business?
Oh my gosh, you know what's so funny? I was always thinking to myself, someone is bound to ask me this one day because I started my own business. And I as someone who actually I did not go to business school. I did not. I studied studio arts and I studied writing, and then I took a small business class before I opened PEAU'ésie, but it was a lot of like my learnings and experience came through just like life and chatting with people and living through building it, if that makes any sense. So I think my one I have many pieces of advice, but I guess one that encompasses many things is just really listening to people and listening to yourself first. A lot of times in my process, I kept asking opinions about things, not necessarily about the creative side, but just more financial side and more like operating stuff. And I think no one will know your business as much as you do, even though you're less experienced in some things. It's important to ask questions, but I think trusting your gut is really important. And just, I have a strong intuition a lot with myself. And a lot of times where I would ask people for advice, I would just end up taking my own. But I think the beauty in asking people's advice is that it can help you shift your perspective. So it'll still help either way. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, just trusting your intuition.
Yeah, and I think really like from just our chat now, how you've
Yeah.
injected so much of your own self into your business in the sense that,
Oh,
the poetry and who you are. And I think that creates a soul for the business. And I think that's so
thank you.
important. It sounds like you've just done that so
And it makes it
amazingly.
unique as well. So it's really important.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah. You can
definitely.
really see it through yours. So
Yeah.
oh, thank you. That really means a lot to me, especially since it's just like through a visual and just connecting digitally. I think it means a lot that you say that. So I'm grateful and happy that it translates to you.
and what is capturing your interest at the moment in the skin industry?
Interesting question because I was recently talking to someone about this on how I feel like we're seeing a lot of shift. Yes, it's always going to continue to be product focused, but I really appreciate that a lot of brands are putting the people at the forefront. So really showing a lot of behind the scenes on how the product was made, the campaign shoots and community. And I think that's a big value for me is community and values. And I'm appreciating a lot more how brands are doing that as well and putting that at the forefront. Because ultimately, without people, it's nothing, right? Like one of my favorite skincare companies, they're always giving back to people. They're always, besides donating and stuff, they're always highlighting their favorite creators and favorite artists and people that inspire them. And I think we're seeing a lot more of that. And I think that's really inspiring and encouraging. And in terms of product wise, I think we're seeing a lot more of like peptides and fun ingredients like that, which is fun. But I think in terms besides product, it's just people showing their true, bare skin more. And I think that's really beautiful because I love skin texture. Like I don't know what it is. I just love capturing, taking
Yeah.
pictures of skin texture and seeing people do that more and more now is wonderful.
It
So I
is
really
very
like
bad.
that.
Yeah. I feel like natural skin, it's just really about that now and showing everyone's unique skin, not being as,
Yep.
yeah.
So I've been loving that a lot.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I can't believe it. That's the 5 questions.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Oh, thank you so much. We've so appreciated the insight you've given to your business and, where your heart is within that
Yeah.
space and just really creating that community in your
Thank
studio.
you.
So, no, it's been wonderful
Thank
to
you,
chat to
Despina.
you. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see each other soon in person one
Yeah.
day.
Would love that so much. I'll
Thank
just I'll just stop the recording.